It was a hot summer day. A long train moved quickly through the countryside of France. The train passed red stone houses and big green palm trees. On one side of the train, the passengers could see the blue sea. On the other side, there were hills, fields of grapes, and trees. In the train, in a small salon compartment, 3 people sat together. A middle-aged American woman, a younger American woman, and her husband were traveling. They sat quietly in the heat. The windows were open, but there was no wind. The American lady pulled down the curtain. She didn't want the hot sun. The American lady smiled and held a small bird cage in her hands. Inside the cage was a small yellow bird, a canary. "I bought him in Palermo," she said proudly. "We only had 1 hour on land. It was Sunday. The man selling birds wanted dollars. I gave him $1.50. The canary sings very beautifully." She loved the bird. She talked about him often. The train stopped at a big station, Marseille. There was smoke in the air from many chimneys. The train stayed for 25 minutes. The American lady got out and bought a newspaper and a small bottle of water. She did not go far from the train. She was afraid the train would leave without her. She was a little deaf and didn't always hear announcements. Once in Cannes, the train left with no signal. She had just jumped on in time. Now, the train started again and moved out of the city. The sky was getting dark. People were working in fields. Some were watching a fire. A small house had burned. Soldiers stood on the station platform. They were tall and wore brown uniforms. Their faces looked serious under the electric lights. The American lady looked at them, but she didn't say anything. The train kept moving. The American lady looked out the window and then turned to the young couple. "It's so hot," she said. "I didn't sleep at all last night. The train is too fast. I worry about accidents." The younger woman smiled politely, but didn't say much. Her husband looked out of the window, lost in thought. That night, the porter came and made the beds. The beds pulled out from the wall. The canary was placed safely in the corridor with a cloth over the cage. The American lady lay awake, afraid of a crash. She didn't like fast trains, especially at night. Outside, everything was dark, and the train moved very fast.